Good morning. We're in Afan Forest Park this morning and really excited because I've got a guest, a good mate of mine. We've known each other since 2013, I think now. Mike Needs. Professionally, he's a Gaffer, which means that expert on lighting, but knows everything about photography as well. It's great to have him aboard. Just swing around by here and we'll see him. Here he is, good friend of mine, and we'll have a chat a little bit later on. But it's going to be interesting what Mike will come up with, which will be completely different to me, I'm sure. He's got a great appreciation of light and how light falls on subjects. So we'll give it a go then, Mike, is it?
Yeah, let's go find some stuff, is it?
Yeah, that's brilliant, mate. Okay, this is what we're looking for, the mistiness coming out of the forestry, and we're hoping this will intensify, plus light spots coming through, lighting up different areas, looking for that as well. And the focus is for heavy showers as well, so you know, that'll give us reflections and God knows what then. Okay, Mike, so what are you looking at then? What's going through your mind? Let's get into your head.
Well, as we were walking past, I started looking up here, but I think the light later on is going to be good on the way back. But we've noticed this sort of S-curve to with our road, and obviously there's a lot of mist coming past it. Yeah. And just as I was coming back to my gear here, there's a bit of a leading line going on with that S. Yeah. That kind of draws the eye up to the mist. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking, just chuck the kind of 200mm on. Yeah, that's right. And you can see with the windmills just on top, it's just catching a nice bit of light by there too, because we quite I think early morning. A good point is if you give it 2 seconds, because of the clouds might move. That'll light it up a bit, yeah. A bit of light going on there. Yeah. And I think I'm going for a square kind of frame. Yeah. This also helps out for that, is there's a little bit of yellow on the grass. Yeah. Which will pop in post, really. Yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah. It stands out a little bit, yeah. It's just starting to come now. But I love that S in it. Yeah, is actually, like you say, it makes the shot. It's grey, it's different to the rest, isn't it? Yeah, surrounded by green. Yeah. Could easily be in Canada now, couldn't we? All this forestry and some tremendous light now as it's popping out. There. Poor design road. Just stop falling off then. The muff keeps coming off. Thanks, Mike. Happy days. Lovely jubbly, isn't it? Yes. See, get a professional in, look.
Dave, what are you looking at for you?
Well, I've actually taken a photograph of this before. We got a fallen tree through a clearing, and we've got some mist running through there as well. Now, we were just talking about needing someone perhaps to come through the scene there. So I might take a walk down there now so Mike can grab it. Oh, Mike's going to grab it for us. There you are. So I got half a second, so I'm going a little bit too fast really, so I may have to stop him up. It's the ground way
That
too
looks
much.
quite eerie, doesn't it?
It looks very eerie, doesn't it? Right.
Fair play, that's lovely.
Just over there, Mike. Just a tad more, mate. Bit more. Whoa, that'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, a little bit more, yeah. Right, 2 secs, literally. Okay, a little bit further on, Mike, please. Whoa, that'll do. Just using Mike now as an interest and scale. Okay, that's brilliant. We're having a cracking morning here, like you wouldn't believe. We're having these pockets of mist coming in and out. Jane will perhaps show you a touch of that later on. We buy this fallen tree, but this is the sort of thing we are concentrating on. Mike has had some outstanding pictures so far, but to capture all these green mosses, getting right up tight with them as well. And it's really working because we got this area here that's all, well, you've got damp environment and everything is lush green. Mike is down there in the depth of the forest. He's having a field day. He loves this sort of thing. And even Jane have had a decent shot.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, only one though. Yeah, it's looking really good. I'm going to try to get a reflection off our water now, if I can. Right, they tell you never to blow highlights. Well, I'm blowing that because what I'm looking for is just that lush green. I can drop it a tad, but I want that effect. I'm on 6.3, that's all. I'm concentrating on that in the foreground, and just check now that my shutter speed's on. 2 seconds. And we let it go. I know the background's going to be blown out. I don't care. I want to give myself a bit more depth of field now. I'm going to have the old favourite. Do you know what? This is incredible. The years I've been coming back and forth here, I've never exploited these areas, these channelways and all this green moss. I'm getting some great effects here. I'm blowing the highlights, I know that. I'm just getting effect really. But I'm on half a second f11, 100 ISO. It's so eerie, it gives a great atmosphere, which I really like. I know Mike is exactly the same as me. He looks beyond the normal, and that's what it's all about. We've also got these little drippers coming off here. I'm going to see if I can exploit them as well. But at the moment, I'm quite enjoying the sit down. Right, got a great view, plenty of content. Yeah, living the dream at the minute. And Mike just said the light's incredible. I'm like a pig in shit, I gotta be honest with you. This is great. And so much on offer. I haven't finished yet.
I'm looking at the scene. I've spotted 2 tyres and an old paint can, it looks to be, or something. And it's terrible. You could go to some beautiful places, really remote, and you'll find rubbish. So I thought, instead of trying to move them out of the shot, why not incorporate them and make a little bit of a statement about...
It's outstanding.
Because this is what all of us come across.
Yeah, of course it is.
Come to these beautiful places and then you find them
It's
rubbish.
put in the blots,
Terrible.
in the landscape,
Yeah.
really. And a lot of people wouldn't do that. I know photographers who have actually spent an hour moving all this stuff just to get something perfect.
That was my first thing to do was, should I move these out?
Yeah, but they're there, aren't they?
I thought,
That's
no,
the thing.
I'm gonna just position it a little bit better and
Yeah,
got
nothing.
that light coming from behind.
Look,
So nice.
this is backlight.
I think we need to bring a model up here with the wings I've made.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so ethereal.
Yeah.
We'll get standing.
And this mist is moving around just pockets of it off the forestry, and it's creating tremendous effect here. Okay, we've done our little shoot this morning. It's been brilliant. What did you think, Mike?
Oh, there's been some fantastic light in the forest there when we were shooting into the light. I loved that. Found those tyres, that was fun. The mister seemed to have burnt off a little bit now, so we're gonna have a little look around somewhere else, I think.
Yeah, we can have a look around. Right, going back to when we first met, you were doing a lot of outstanding stuff using layering in Photoshop and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
One in particular where you were sitting by your patio set and you patio burner, the flames are coming out to the top. We'll see if we can get hold of that and put that up. So what do you enjoy doing more then? You know, what's your bag, let's say?
Cinematic photos, I think, is my absolute favourite thing to do. That's using, constant lights, generally a person, usually me because I can't find anybody who wants to be in them. And then lighting things like they would be from a film scene.
Yeah.
So bringing in fake moonlight, tungsten sources, that sort of thing. Using a bit of smoke here and there for some atmosphere. But that's what I like, is trying to get a narrative photo. But like if you were shooting a film, you've got a scene that plays out. You're condensing that down into one image.
Yeah.
So you've got to
say
really
the
be on it to try and sell it.
Yeah, it's like telling the story in one shot rather than a series of shots. So, your work, obviously in film and television, allows you to be able to do that. For the likes of myself or Jane, or most people, it would be difficult to do. You could fiddle about and then strike lucky maybe, but with you can. So what I'm getting at is, do you think things out like a storyboard first and then say, right, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I need to do, or does it just come off the top of your head?
It comes from location, I find. Location. So like if you've got a room, say a kitchen, I'll be looking at it for a bit, and then you're trying to have open-ended stories, so you leave the viewer kind of come up with their own stories. I done a shot a while back which was called Spilt Milk.
Yes, I love
and that
it.
was me trying to make a scene from the absence of people. So there's nobody in the shot.
No, there isn't.
But trying to make it like something's happened. So I had the fridge door open with the light pouring out. There was a bottle of milk on the floor that had spilt on the tiles. There was a telephone that was off the hook, and a cup of tea half made.
It was.
So it's like something's happened.
It was one of those, there was so much going on, you needed to go back to it, you needed to revisit it to think, wait a minute, I didn't notice that last time, there's a phone off the hook as well. And you're trying to create something out of, well, nothing really.
Yeah.
Right, well, today has gone so well, there might be a part 1 and 2, we'll have to see, that's down to Jane and her editing. What we're going to do now, this is my neck of the woods anyway, we're going to go to where Alan Wallace took his astro shot. There's a hairpin bend, that's at the top of the Ogmore Valley. We're also going to see a different view of that same hair bend, and we'll have just a wander around, see what we come up with. Perhaps we won't, perhaps it's like Mike will think, I know when to come back up here. To me, I'm a bit blasé about it because I've grown up with this area. A lot of people now are flocking to it because of what Alan have done really. But Mike is also tremendous with his astrophotography, so perhaps he'll see that similar sort of shot. Right, we are now at the top of what I call the Bulk Mountain. It's Bulk Cloyd Mountain, which translated is pass. Bulk is pass in English. And the other side of this area here is the Ogmore Valley. That's where I'm from, born and bred. So I know this area really well. Then that's the direction we came from. That is Upper Afan Valley, I think it might be known as. I'm not sure, so I'm sure somebody will put me right on that. Below us is the Rhondda Valley. Below us there is, at the moment, a heavy rain shower. You can just see it sweeping across. In the distance, past the windmills, don't know if you can make it out, that's the Brecon Beacons. So quite a great viewpoint up here. The sheep are the feature here. People are stopping feeding the sheep and they're quite happy to take anything that you've got on offer. But what we're going to be looking at is a hairpin bend on the road, which locally is known as the Keyhole Bend, and is quite popular. We're going to take a look at that next.
I can't believe him. He just sent me back to the car now, all the way down here to get his other lens. I'm not coming with him again. He can get stuffed. Put a camera in front of him, he thinks he's flipping Michael Sheen. I've had a guts full of him, I have.
Right, well that's a wrap. It's been a good day out. Mike, Jane, we'd had a great time together. Don't forget now to put a like on our videos, please, and subscribe, please, and don't forget to ring the bell. We've all got something out of today, some great light popping in now and again, and hopefully come up with something different. Thanks for joining us, and see you soon. Bye.